got her own place, got her own car, and a good man that make her feel like a star. I'm proud of you, baby. Keep doing you. You came a long way. Look what you've been through. Don't look back. Just stay focused. I wrote this for you. Just want you to know it.
Right from birth, even though my own blood never knew my worth. Fighting spirit, always had it on my brain. Never had that slave mentality, so lame. Had to hustle, had to get it for myself. Better grind, ain't nobody out here giving wealth. Always had haters, so I always had fans. Name in your mouth only adds to my bands. Messing with my clique, never had one. Been my own clique, from day one. I'm about that cake, you a honey bun. Shells fall when I speak from these loaded guns. Speak the truth, hit you like 100 guns. Hit you so hard, you ain't got no place to run. 100 guns, 100 guns. Give it up now, you ain't got no place to run. 100 guns, 100 guns. Give it up now, you ain't got no place to run. 100 guns, 100 guns. Hit you so hard, end up in a car, son. I ain't coming at this whole thing quite the same. Play this hustle game like a sniper set to aim. Fried bologna sandwiches with the hot sauce. No food in the fridge cause another loss. Ain't no liquor, ain't no smoke, got me saying this. It's the gutter life I live, got me spitting this. Ain't no love from the fam for me in my life. Not knowing every morning where I'll spend the night. Got that fire in my soul cause I want that cash. So I know for myself I'm gon' get them racks. Slipping on me is the wrong thing you don't do. Keep your vest on cause I'm coming for you too. That's right, speak the truth. Hit you like 100 guns. Hit you so hard, you ain't got no place to run. 100 guns, 100. You ain't got no place to run. 100 guns, 100 guns. Give it up now, you ain't got no place to run. 100 guns, 100 guns. Hit you so hard, end up in a car, son.
Joy phone going crazy 5 a.m. Along with a text, I hate him. Of course it's my main, been together 5 years and I'm still playing games. Everything changed in an eye blink. Text number 2 read, why me? How could I blame her for the pain when I caused it? Got skeletons of bitches in my closet. And one night my whole life went down the drain. Damn shame, free pussy be the price of fame. And these movies, they'll break up a happy home. Easy to see why don't nobody wanna be alone. Don't nobody wanna be a victim of street love when it gets sickening. Girl, I'm sorry for the pain. Evidently you was right when you said I was the same. Goddamn. love killer. Don't love me, I'm a liar, I'm a cheater, I'm a deadbeat. Don't trust me, got a heart full of hatred and let's see, baby, I know, love's a mo. Don't nobody wanna be alone, I know. Love's a mo. Don't nobody wanna be alone. Breaking hearts is easy, trying to heal a heart that you broke is hard, believe me. I done had my fair share player, now I'll be more aware of the ones who care. Baby girl was rare, she held my stare. Critic of my welfare, even got me health care. And what did I do? I cheated. Feeling guilty, what I do? I eat it. It's a message on the wall, I read it. All your clothes in the closet, bleached it. That's the actions of a woman in pieces. When her mind gets straight, creases. Next day she went and blew it on my visas. Women think spend his cash that are teachers. She entered the game from the bleachers. Hungry like a 6-man on the defense. Damn. Love killer. Don't love me. I'm a liar, I'm a cheater, I'm a deadbeat. Don't trust me. Got a heart full of hatred and let's see. Baby, I know. Love's a mo. Don't nobody wanna be alone. I know. Love's a mo. Don't nobody wanna be alone.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, RawNe, and this is RawNe Hour with the voice of San Joaquin and Stockton, TVOSJ. You guys can look that up. We had a few songs already in rotation. You guys heard Love Killer right now. That was by Perp Reynolds. He was the winner for the Modesto Area Music Awards. So shout out to Perp Reynolds. It's a day for the ladies, women, and children. So I'm trying to put songs in rotation, for that. And that one I put in rotation because it's a kind of a guy's version of what they're doing to the women, Love Killer. And, he knows that he's doing wrong, so to speak. And, love is a great thing. But when men do things that, and women too, but this is from a man's perspective, that he knows what he's doing out there dogging and killing the love, you know what I mean? So basically he's doing things that's not going to be helping that woman and helping the love, thrive. So I put that one in there because that happens all too often. And, it's nice to see even in the lyrics, somebody does recognize that. So people know what they're doing. So don't put it off out there, ladies. When you think your men are just, I'm sorry, this thing, that thing, they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. And so to speak, it's a love killer. You know what I mean? They're not giving it the time. So I hope you gentlemen out there, whether you choose to do it or not, however you're doing it, if you choose to keep that love in your life, you guys know what you need to do. If not, ask the questions. What do you need to do? So then before that, you guys heard 100 Guns by Naima Fears. That's coming from a perspective. So shout out to Naima. She's from LA. She's up here in NorCal now in Stockton, repping the area. And that 100 Guns basically is just like how she's coming, really hard with, just as hard as 100 Guns would come for her to push through all the crap. Any woman to push through all the crap, got to come just as hard for life about that. So 100 Guns. And so before that, and then right before that, you guys heard Poor Little Lost Soul. That was by Looney Loon. He's out of Stockton. And I put that one in there because that's coming from a perspective of a woman, a young girl who ends up getting caught up in life. She's a young teenage girl. She ends up pregnant, bad choices. She's got to do what she's got to do. They're not the greatest choices. She ends up, in the streets, prostitution, whatever it is. When she realizes and there's a gentleman in her life, this man in her life, singing to her, letting her know, hey, I see what you've done, and, I see your effort to push through. So, she goes to college, she starts to get better, and he doesn't care where she comes from. He's just keep doing your thing, babe. I support you. We're going to come up out of it. So that one, Poor Little Lost Soul, because in the beginning, these people, a lot of girls that get just ran through. They, they don't know how to handle it, and life just does them. Basically, they are poor little lost souls. And it's nice when you can find a man that, for a woman, you see that happening, where there is a guy that just sticks by her side no matter what that situation was, to help her come up, because she was worth it, and whatever the case may be for that situation and those people. So that song captures one guy seeing the good in a girl who many people might not see value in, and just being the wind beneath her wings and pushing her and loving her, and to where she's not a lost soul anymore and she's finding her way. So I think that's a pretty awesome song. So that's what I have in rotation for you guys right now. We got Joe Salas coming in just a little bit. He is part of the community out here he has family out in the Bay Area. They have an organization called CARAS out there, and that's a community. Basically, it's a community agency that provides advocacy and services for women and children. And so now he has brought that here to Stockton. So he's the founder of the Stockton chapter. And so definitely would love to welcome him shortly. You guys saw him on Seriously Funny with Reggie Galindo. And you guys are going to see him later, May 24th. Out at the Superfish Poke and Tea. There's going to be an event May 24th. That's going to be a, basically it's to raise, it's a fundraiser. It's to raise diapers and funds for the program so that they can continue to help women and children. So having said that, I'm going to put it back in rotation. We got some music again. Aria, the vocalist, Light at the End of the Tunnel. This is basically coming from a perspective of a female who, has just kind of run through the gamut, but she still sees the light at the end of the tunnel. So here you guys go. This is Aria, the vocalist. She's out of Vallejo now. She was from Sacramento. So shout out to you, Aria.
Every day and every night. Sometimes it's hard to see when you're feeling lost inside. Can't seem to escape my mind full of doubts. Misery been creeping in, and I just need to find a way out. My feelings run deep sometimes. I'm drowning in emotions. There's no one to save me once I'm sinking in this ocean of nostalgic melancholy. I can hear my soul calling, but it feels as if it's falling. I'm finally breaking down. Can't stop myself from crying. Nobody hears a sound. Nobody's around, and my soul is grieving. And I just want to find some healing. Don't want to stay stuck in this place that I've been living. Can anyone hear me? Cause inside I've been screaming. I've been hoping just to find someone to know I'm living. I am breathing, I am still here, but I can't help to feel as if sometimes I've disappeared and gone somewhere else. I want the light. Know that life there is struggle, but I'm still looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. And I know that in life there's always trouble, but I'm still looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. I just have to believe that good things will come to me, and even when I feel like I'm slipping down into the emotions come, I can't even help myself sometimes. Gotta cry it out, gotta let it out this time. I gotta let it out, I won't let it hold me back. I've already spent so many years living in regret. Don't wanna keep repeating the same patterns. I know I can make it happen if I just take action and demand from myself the ability to intervene when I begin slipping down into the deep darkness. I can rescue me, bring myself back to the light, cause I know that's where I'm supposed to be. Mind, body, soul, free, unlimited potential. Once I get control of my mental, I can let go of the stresses, focus on having a better perspective, and I see what is in my future. I can not neglect it, I can make it what I want it to be, and just focus on the positive in you and me. I don't want to be stuck anymore, you see. I'm ready for a change. This is 2019, I'm saying I know that life there is struggle, but I'm still looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. And I know that in life there's always trouble, but I'm still looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. Looking for the light at the
It's funny how in 2017 I still feel like a slave. Only difference is I ain't picking cotton nowadays, but we still picking cotton when we picking out J's. And it's still picking cotton, picking matching ball mains. Life a crazy ball game, and the score is deceiving. Religion is slavery, so who do you believe in? Catholic Church, Baptist Church, all manipulate the poor and prey on the rich, hoping they will give more. Insecurities arise, and the devil is alive. No paradise in the sky, better find it while you alive. You have died when your soul seeks for someone's approval. Please stop holding grudges and just move on. Never make a right when you dealing with two wrongs. The same old story get told just in a new song. Without facts, it's a lie. Ain't no truth when the proof gone. Privacy is lost every time you get a new phone.
Why let hate win? Have more enemies than friends. Selfishness, the latest trend. When will the struggle end? Why not let love in? Help your family and your friends. Join together as one again. We can beat this in the end.
So what would you do? All for $1. Will you sell your son to the streets and whore out your daughter? Would you rob? Would you steal? Would you murder just to eat? Would you sell drugs and push poison just to feast? Would you lie to the people in your congregation? Feed them the love of God and thought of the fear of Satan? Would you run for politics knowing that you are corrupted? Knowing that the world is twisted, have no thoughts to adjust it? Would you cheat on your wife and disrespect the vows? Create your own right regardless of how it sounds? Live with no morals, have no integrity. Chances with your life just like playing Jeopardy. See, I'm no mind reader, I don't know telepathy. Just a modern day healer, but can't heal you of leprosy. I'm playing in the game, hearing whistles from the referee. And since Cain killed Abel, watching brothers all next to me.
Why let hate win? Have more enemies than friends. Selfishness, the latest trend. When will the struggle end?
What the world need is love. It's too much hatred. My reality is real. I'm not living in the matrix. Musician with these words, but in life I don't play tricks. Cross training in the booth, but I ain't rocking no Asics. Daddy laced me up. Mama tied my laces. Wish I could erase it. The bigots and the racists. We all in a racing, chasing adjacent dreams, goals. Born like Jason. Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, Masons. Data downloaded. Take a mental note and save it. Hard drive or floppy. Hard job to stop me. Speaking out on truth, had a fear that they would pock me. More and mock me, but still I barack me. Arms raised on the top of the stairs, I'm Rocky. First they laugh at you, second they copy. All power to the people, overcome these Nazis.
Why let hate win? Have more enemies than friends. Selfishness, the latest trend. When will the struggle end? Why not let love in? Help your family and your friends. Join together as one again. We can beat this in the end.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl RawNe, and we are tuning into RawNe Hour. We're gonna get these cameras set up. We got Joe Salas in the house, and he's gonna be talking about CARAS. But before we do, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a song by Andre Hillary. This is gonna be called Made to Soar, and he's going to be coming on the show Monday. He is going to be doing a concert, so he does gospel, but gospel rap, and there's some dope gospel rappers. There's going to be a whole lineup of gospel rappers coming out on Monday. Andre's going to be coming to talk about what's going on Monday for the event that's going to be happening for the event that he's going to be performing at. So this one's called Made to Soar, And so shout out to Andre Hillary. We'll see him on Monday out here on Rise and Shine 209.
We was made to soar. We was made, our wings have spread it out. We was made to soar, my wings have spread it out. We was made to soar, my wings have spread it out. We was made to soar, my wings have spread it out. We was made to soar. My wings are spread like some Lamborghini doors. I was made to soar. I don't understand why you hating for it. Play your card. You don't like your job, why you stay there for? I stay there for. Play the position that God made me for, like yelling for. Me and Marcus also about to tee off. 9 hoes and man, we been playing golf. I was one of them lost boys. Call me Rufio till the Lord called me to the church like the prodigal. I've been getting bands for years. I'm not impressed though. Money can't buy me love, so I invest those. Let those presidents walk into the ghettos. Get my dudes jobs, cut the strings up to penos. You and me, we are not the same, I'm that fellow. Mr. Rogers in the neighborhood saying hello. Wings shining bright like the sun when it's yellow. Up like some doors on a Lambo. My wings have spread it out. We was made to soar. My wings have spread it out. We was made to soar. My wings have spread it out. We was made to soar. My wings have spread it out. We was made to soar. You my God, you my Lord, you my King, my provider. You can grab the wheel to my life, you my driver. You saved me out the fire, you my day one rider. And I know, the devil's trying to hold me back. And I know, my soul's more precious than gold. I look to the hills where my help coming from. The streets showing no love, bottom of the slums. Everybody blowing, my mind still zoning. Focus on God so the kids stay glowing. God's word is the truth, no finesse. Love God, love people, all blessings. Blessings. My wings have spread it out. We was made to soar. My wings have spread it out. We was made to soar. My wings have spread it out. We was made to soar. My wings have spread it out. We was made to soar. And I know, 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 we was made to soar.
This is KBCC 89.5 FM, Tracy, California, Peace and Justice Network of San Joaquin. For more information on the Voice of San Joaquin, go to TVOSJ.org.
And you guys are tuning into RawNe Hour with the Voice of San Joaquin and Stockton with your girl RawNe. And we got Joe Salas in the house. What's up?
Good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody.
Do it again. Good morning. So sorry about that.
Good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope you guys got up, had your breakfast, playing your PlayStation 4, Xboxes, and just chilling and watching this. Hey, Facebook. What's up, Instagram?
What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitter? Everybody in the house. We got Lil One here.
That's my son, Joel Salas. Lil Joel. Say hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
So Joel's is in here, one of the youth in our area. You guys get to know him. He's part of the Joe Salas team.
Oh, yeah, I got 2 of them. I got another little boy, Joe Salas the 4th.
Oh, nice.
He's inside there right now, chilling with Marcellus. He's on ice right now, so you know. He's just chilling. He's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool right out there. Yeah.
Yeah, we got Marcellus in the house over here. But we're going to be talking more about that because you're going to be working with him on the 24th, right?
Yeah, definitely. Comedy Bash, real big one, May 24th. 8 a.m. Doors open at 8 p.m. I believe, and the show starts at 9 p.m. at Pokefish.
Yep.
On
West Lane.
On West Lane.
Yep.
Right there, located by China Palace Restaurant, right next door to it. So very excited about that.
and we're gonna be bringing people in. You guys are welcome to come enjoy the show. We have performers that are coming, and Reggie Galindo's gonna be out there.
Yeah,
Thug
Reggie,
Dork, you guys.
Thug Dork's gonna be there. Big ups, to Thug Dork. Sorry about that. I need my coffee.
Yeah.
Big ups to Saul Trujillo. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
yep.
He's a real one. You know what I'm saying? Real
Straight
one
up.
too.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I grew up with that guy. It's crazy.
He
Small
cracks
world.
me up. The first time I think I really saw him was on stage with Reggie Galindo, but he was on his own act, but it was over at the fairgrounds for the cannabis event.
Funny story though. I knew Saul was 7th and some of 8th grade.
Oh.
Saul was funny in 7th grade, like naturally funny. He'll say stuff that's probably a little bit advanced for our age group back then, but it was hilarious. So I wasn't surprised when he became a comedian because it fit him perfectly.
Right.
Perfectly.
Nice.
To a T.
So kind of was his path. Huh?
It was definitely his path. It was in his future, definitely, even from back then. So yeah, he used to crack me up every day at school.
So he's going to be coming through to show support and love for CARAS, which is the
Definitely.
community agency.
For resources, advocacy, and services.
And so this is going to be for women and children.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what you do, let's kind of talk about this. For people who haven't heard about CARAS, you guys haven't met Joe Salas, you guys don't know what this is. He does so many things to feeding people, feeding the community, and then also trying to help the women and children. So let's kind of get started with the fact that you're throwing this event. Okay, you're having this event. So shout out to MF Comedy for throwing the event, Marcellus Flores, to support and fundraise for CARAS. And for everybody who's going to be performing.
Yeah, thank everybody that's been involved. I want to thank Marcellus Flores. I want to thank RawNe. I want to thank Reggie, Saul, Nick Larson, everybody that was behind the scenes in the comedy community and the radio broadcasting community. I appreciate all the love and support. It means a lot to me. I want to thank my board members, which consists of 5 people. Rod Taylor over there at House of Ice Cream, my VP, Joaquin Barney, my Sergeant at Arms, Lente Ernest, you know what I'm saying, my photographer, Sir Felix Barney, my treasurer / secretary, Tanika Salas, and man, just the whole community for showing love. You know, Rod's a real good guy, man. Rod Taylor.
Yeah, he was just recently on here with Reggie also. And shout out to Drexley for letting us go on over there to Superfish Poke and Tea.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out. Big. That's a big up right there. Thank you very much. Thank you. We appreciate that. And all of Stockton for appreciating. We love you. And I'm doing this for Stockton. I'm not doing this for no other reason. A lot of times we pay for this food out of our own pockets, me and my board members. But we had a couple of donations, a couple of teachers over there at Stockton High, about 2 of them. Thank you. God bless you for doing that. Yeah. So,
But I am listening. Our viewers are listening and watching.
okay, so CARAS was an organization started in Gilroy, California by my auntie and by my cousin Raymundo Armendariz. And they started out there because there was a lot of racism back in like 40s, 50s, 60s. My family's been in Gilroy for basically like 100 years, or what I was told. So that's a long time they've been out there. And
Roots.
yeah, real deep roots. I didn't even know about them. That was crazy. It was all new, and it was really impressive when I learned about it.
Get to know your family, people.
Yeah, exactly. I suggest anybody figure out who your family is, do the ancestry DNA. I mean, you will find out things that will amaze you that you never thought was possible is actually possible. That's what happened to me. But they started this service agency to help the community out there. You know, there was a lot of people getting locked up that wasn't supposed to get locked up. There was a lot of people just couldn't find jobs. There was, a lot of racism there, back then.
Yeah.
So basically, it's an empowerment movement out there too. They want to uplift Black and brown youth in Gilroy, California, and in the Bay Area, because we need a lot of uplifting right now, especially nowadays.
Yes.
So out there they provide like job services, resume building, paralegal advice, legal services, bailing people out, community service. It's a real good organization. So when I went out there in December of 2018, I didn't know they were doing this. Like I had no idea. So when I learned, it shocked me. I was like, wow, like my family really had their hands in helping their community out there, to the point where they drove me around Gilroy, California. I'm in my cousin's truck, and everybody's waving at us. It was weird. Hey, what's up, Ray? And honking. I'm like, man, what's going on here? He was like, well, Joe, they're your cousins. These are all your family out here. And this is Eastside Gilroy, Eastside Gillis. They call it Eastside Gillis out there. And I was like, man, that's wild. He was like, man, check this out. So we driving over there, and we drive by this handball court, and it's a portrait on it. It's like hand painted.
Oh, nice.
And it was Aztec warriors playing a game. I was like, man, that's clean. He was like, well, we put that up there. And I was like, wow, are you serious, bro? He was like, yeah, we did that. We put that up there. I was like, wow, I was amazed. So then we drive by another building out there. It's a project building, and it was named after one of my cousins or a family friend. It was one or the other, and I was like, there was so much history. I was feeling it out there. You know, I'm from Stockton, though. First of all, I'm from Stockton, straight from Stockton. But when I went out there, I was feeling it. So he was like, well, we got this nonprofit organization. I want to show you it. Are you willing to come look at it? I'm like, yeah, man, yeah, hell yeah, let me look at it. So I go, and it's an actual building, and I'm tripping out looking at this like, wow, it's a real building, it's a real office, you know, like, wow,
Yeah.
it's real. It's not no
Like holding on somebody's house, office in the back room.
No, it's a real deal office. I'm like, wow. So you walk in, there's computers everywhere, portraits. He has sage burning and
Nice.
pictures and portraits, and it's you know, you feel empowered when you walk in there. I felt empowered. I felt a whole different energy come over me. It was very empowering, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, it excited me. But see, the problem was I live in Stockton. I didn't live in Gilroy. So I was like, what can I do
Right.
to get something like this going for my city?
Okay.
So we ended up going to my family ranch out there in Gilroy. They have one out there, and I walk in, and just more history. I'm seeing pictures of C.A.R.A.S. and Dolores Huerta,
Hey.
and just, you know, the farm workers'
History.
flags. Yeah, it's a lot of history, and I had no idea my family had their hand in that.
Yeah.
You know,
Some cultural history.
a lot. You know, especially for, you know, Northern California,
Yes.
for the black and brown out here. That was big. That was a big thing. So I felt like, damn, the whole time I felt like, well, everything that I represented in Stockton was wrong.
Oh,
That's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? As
you're
far-
like totally going against
yeah,
what they're trying
yeah,
to do.
yeah, exactly. Going against what they built out there.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, it really hit me. So I said, well, I talked to him like, what can I do out here? I don't have a lot of money, cuz I don't have, you know, a lot of bread like that, but I do want to do something for my city. Well, he asked me like, well, what's one of the issues in your city? I was like, man, that's easy. We got a lot of these young kids running around here with no parents, no supervision.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a
Right.
lot of the term is latchkey kids.
Yep.
Parents that commute every morning for work and to come home. You know, Stockton is a big city known for that right now. So you have these kids running around here with nowhere to go, nothing to do. You know, a lot of times they are hungry. They only eat at school. They don't eat after school. It's sad. It's, you know, it's a real situation in Stockton. So I was telling him that. He was like, well, what can you do to fix that? I was like, man, I would just like to serve them dinners 3 to 4 times a week. You know, I can start by doing that. At least that's the least I can do, and that's a very realistic goal.
Man, that's a real thing, and a lot of people need. Do you know how many parents would be so helpful to be like, "Thank you so much," because I wasn't able to get there to do that because I have to make sure that I'm here so I don't lose my job. I've already missed work like 5 times, you know, this month, and I'm on that thin ice, and you know, a lot of people are at the verge of breaking and losing their jobs because they have to deal with real life issues with their children. And the working world, these organizations, the companies, they really don't care. They give you a certain amount of time, but when it overextends, people who are in management, they don't have too much compassion for that.
No, because they have a lot of time themselves. They got more time than everybody else, and you're just a number to them. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
like these kids out here, they really need something like that. So I figure if I start giving these free dinners out, like, culturally, every culture you can think of sat down and ate dinner with people. That's how they broke bread. That's how they became friends or family. So I figured if I took that same formula and introduced it to all of Stockton, like, you know, the kids out here, the high schoolers, the 8th graders, the 7th graders, the 6th graders, and, you know, just kind of like be like a big uncle. Like, hey, man, I got you. You know what I'm saying? You hungry? I got you. I'm going to shoot you some meals. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 to 4 times a week. I know mom's retired. She comes home from working 3 jobs, 2 jobs.
Yep.
You know, you might not like what she pre-cooked in the morning, because a lot of times that's the issue too. You know what I'm saying? Because unfortunately, a lot of people don't have the time to cook a whole meal in the morning before they go to work. You know, that's just being realistic. And
It's true.
Grandma, grandpa.
My grandma used to make oatmeal. So what she would do, she would make oatmeal kind of like a soupy style. So it'd be kind of not too thick, but enough where she would be able to put it in a coffee cup and drink it on her way to work. And we'd all have mush left over for us to like quickly throw a bowl together, you know, and some toast and then head out the door.
Exactly. And that's what I thought about too. That I kept that in mind too. Like, you know, I actually, you know people like that. It affects you, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I figured, let me just try to get enough money to serve these dinners. And it was a real long shot though, you know, and I asked him, like, you know, can I bring this to Stockton?
Oh, wow.
And he was like, yeah, we'll sit down and talk. So we sat down and ate dinner. This is what I'm talking about. We sat down, ate some enchiladas, some rice, homemade salad, all that. And it went through. So he was like, check this out, cuz I want you to get your board together. You know, it was weird because I was like, when he said this, you got to get a board together and you got to take certain steps and then we'll see what we can do. So immediately I got on the horn and started calling people. Like, man, like I had 3 people in mind right off the back. And I called them right off the back. And it was crazy because they all said, yeah.
Nice.
They all said, yeah. Like, you know, one of my VP, Joaquin Barney.
Shout out
Joaquin Barney. He was doing the event called Hank Day out here like last year. I think he did last year. And what he do is he gave the community free food and he gave them, you know, jumpers and stuff like that. So when I seen him do that, I'm like, man, he already got the dedication. He already has what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? He has it. He has the hustle, that drive. So I called him like, hey, Rakim, I want you to come join this organization. You know, and the VP status wasn't even thought of yet. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I just want you on the board, bro. Can you do me that solid and get on the board for me? He was like, yeah. He was excited. He was like, yeah. I'm like, cool. So then I called actually his cousins, Sir Barney, right? Because I grew up with both these guys. And I was like, man, because he likes taking pictures. He's a dope photographer. And for our organization, we need a record keeper and a photographer. So, you know, I'm going to ask him right off the back. Like, hey, bro, can you, are you interested in doing this? It's events we got to go to, some dedication. He was like, yeah. So I was like, cool. So then I have another partner. His name is Lente Ernest, okay? He's a basketball coach for kids. He teaches boxing and stuff like that. And I already knew he's perfect for the community. You know, the community loves him, and he's a good guy. He's just a good guy. He's good with the kids. So I asked him. He said, yeah. So I'm like, man, these puzzles are falling. These pieces to the puzzle are falling together. And I'm like, man, this got to be God's plan because what else can it be?
Yeah, man.
So here's the kicker though. I went to House of Ice Cream one day and I was eating ice cream with my wife and, you know, my kids there. And I asked Rod Taylor, like, hey man, I got this organization, this nonprofit going on. I need a establishment to serve this food out of for right now. We're starting off, you know, because there's a lot of regulations and rules with that. But, you know, I just want to use your ice cream shop. Will it be okay every once in a while to serve these free dinners and lunches? And he said, yeah, right off the back. He didn't have to say yeah, but he said yeah. And he actually got involved, and he actually bought hot dog buns. He bought, you know, the little warming plates. He bought stuff like that. So I was like, man, thank God. Like, for real, I was like, thank you, God, for real, because it was really happening. It's still happening. So we started from that, you know. We all dug in our pockets and started just giving meals out of our own pockets, literally just out of our own pockets. We call each other on three-way. Hey, man, how much you got? Oh, I got this. I got that. Let's put it together. Who you going to call? I called Alpine Meats.
Nice.
And I was like, hey, you know, I talked to the manager there. Shout out Alpine Meats. I talked to the manager there. I was like, hey, I got this nonprofit organization. I'm trying to do a lunch, a free lunch for people. Can you help me out? He was like, yeah, I'll give you 100 hot dogs for $33.
That's what's
and
up.
I was like, man, okay, I'll be there right away. Yeah, so my mother-in-law went and picked it up, and that's how it started, really. That's how it all started. That's what got the ball rolling. So we did hot dogs two weekends in a row at a House of Ice Cream, of course. Shout out House of Ice Cream. And then we did tacos. We got 100 tacos off. And then we did pizza, you know what I'm saying? And
So you're gonna be doing it again because you're gonna continue to do this, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to do this. Yeah,
And
but
so
it's a money thing that we need to get more funds coming in. So I need to figure out
donations.
I need donations. I need to figure out how to get these grants going. And but yeah, I'm gonna continue to do this. Every bit of money I get, I'm going to continue doing this. Whatever we can get together.
So shout out to the community. CARAS is looking for donations. You guys know anybody who wants to be on board to help out in the community to really raise up these children, these latchkey kids, help these women, help out these single moms, these single dads, help out our community. We're working together to make sure that our children are not forgotten, that our children are going to be respectable and respected, growing up, that, somebody does care and they're not just running amok and lost in the sauce.
And big ups to the to all the high schoolers and the 8th graders and the 6th graders, because whether people want to accept it or not, they're the future.
Yes.
So if you want to mold Stockton into a whole different entire city, you got to reach out to the youth. You got to show them you care. You got to show them there's some love for them out here, because if they don't feel loved, they're gonna
waste their life. They're gonna mess up.
They're gonna reflect how they feel. You know what I'm saying? This is me speaking from my own experience. So I mean, if other people can even just start off by doing anything for these youngsters, like giving them food, giving them snacks, throwing out Gatorade to them, just
and
anything.
Sit and listen if you can.
You see a group of kids at the bus stop, being kids. Don't ride by and yell at them. Pull over and talk to them. Pull over, give them some food. Pull over and see if they're all right. You know what I'm saying? Stop being scared of these youngsters out here. You got to sit down and talk with them, because you can't get a grasp of the city unless you get to the youth. They're the key to peace out here. And I've been knew that, you know what I'm saying, for years. So I want to reach them. You're right, I do. And also, I want to start a diaper bank, which I had a couple of donations. Big up Eddie Harrison for donating. Yes. Thank you for that. And so far I got about 5 packs of diapers. I want to build an entire diaper bank, so when people need diapers and they're low on funds, or they're hurting, or they need some right away, they can call the number on the card that I give out, or on the website. We do have a page, a CARAS page. We got 2 of them. We have a regular profile page, and we got a business page now, and that's C.A.R.A.S. Stockton on Facebook. Big up Vinny Baxter too, because Vinny Baxter, he's out there in Modesto. Big up Vinny, because Vinny's helping me run that page. Vinny's doing a lot also. Big up Cass Barney, Coach Grande, because we have free boxing lessons because of him also. It's an exercise boxing class. Nice. That's actually tomorrow at 10 a.m. It's going to be at Sherwood Park, the park across the street from the mall, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's free boxing. My boy, he's a real deal boxer. No phonies, real deal boxer. You know what I mean? And he's going to give out these classes. That's also a buddy system. So if you want to go with somebody, bring them so you can practice this at your house. Practice this at the
I'm going to have to come out and support and be there and enjoy that, and everybody else, if you guys, and it's a good thing because it's exercise. It's getting you guys to stay active and get out the house, do something. And then at the same time, you're learning a skill, and that's very important, because you never know when you might have to be defending yourself,
And thank you.
Or just, block a punch or two.
Yeah, well,
people kind of get hot-headed sometimes,
But also, I really want to build that diaper bank up, because there is a lot of single mothers and fathers out here that are barely making ends meet.
Man,
and I remember
that.
They're like $30 a box right now. It's going up. Diaper prices are up.
Man, it's ridiculous.
So if I can relieve at least some of that stress, I know realistically I can't get everybody in Stockton, but if I could reach 5 or 10 people in Stockton just to start, you know what I'm saying, that's still helping the community out. That's still making somebody's life a little bit easier. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I don't have all the money I need to make this big like how I want it.
That's okay, because that's what the communities that come together to help out with that, because this is a call to action, to really come together for the community, mothers, single fathers, children. You guys got to do your part too. Yes, it is about you, but you guys got to be aware and step up to, and also be like, hey, this is what we're working with. Let me be easy to help out mom and dad. Let me be easy to work, help out the community. So I'm not being one of those troublemakers causing the stress, but being able to jump in and help out, because you guys are valuable. You guys are worth it.
And the thing about Stockton, we're a village, okay? We're a village.
Yes.
Okay, we got our medicine men, we got our
Medicine
soldiers,
women.
we got our medicine women, we got our hunters, gatherers, we got all that.
Yep.
But the main focus should be the children. Every village, the main focus is children because they're the next generation that's coming up. So my actual call to Stockton is, even if you don't want to donate to me, that's cool. I would love for you to donate to me though, because I am going to use everything to help this community out. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, fine. But I want you to find somebody that you feel needs a little help, or some kids that need some guidance or need something, and help them out. Reach out to them. You know what I'm saying? If every adult reaches out to one kid in this city, yeah, Joel. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you a couple minutes. Okay? Go ask Marcellus out there. Go ask Marcellus. And you know, just reach out to one kid and help them out. You're gonna make a difference, because that kid's not gonna walk around here no more thinking nobody cares and nobody wants to help them. You know. And I also want to do a program where I got the elders to help the kids. We're still trying to hammer that out, kind of like an assigned a grandparent to kids out here. I don't really know the legality behind that and how exactly to get that going, but we're gonna figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a Big Brother. Remember the Big Brother program?
Yes.
Well,
Kind of like that.
Yeah, but I wanted to have it with grandparents though, like, you know, kind of like a.
Oh, that's a good one, because
yeah.
there's a lot of grandparents that became parents.
Exactly.
You know, the kids aren't. You know, the parents are messing up, so we need to help the parents too. That's what I'm like out there. So I'm gonna talk to you about it. I just recently started a parent group. Okay, so the parents need help with these kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the grandparents are becoming parents themselves, because their kids who had kids aren't able to take care of their kids. They messed up. They went to jail. They're, you know, doing other things. They can't be there. Maybe they're not all right in their head and their heart. So it's like kids got to go with the grandparents.
Yeah.
Because there's no other way.
That's the big thing nowadays. Yeah, say you got uncles, like I said, you got uncles, you know what I'm saying, taking care of nephews and nieces. You got grandparents taking care of, you know, all their grandkids. It's a lot going on. That's a very common thing in Stockton. It's a very common thing. And, you know, if we you know, we got these elderly people out here too that miss having grandkids, that don't have grandkids, you know what I'm saying, anymore. I want to find them to help me reach out to the youth out here, because, you know, a lot of times we see this stuff on the news, elderly person attacked in Stockton and stuff like that. But a lot of these kids, they don't know any better.
That's right. They don't.
They don't know any better. They don't have
what they've been shown, what they see on TV.
Yeah, they don't have sympathy or empathy yet. They haven't reached that mentally. You know what I'm saying? Psychologically, you don't get empathy till like over 16. They say, I think it's over 16.
Well,
or something
it hasn't been taught to them though either. They can learn it younger. It's just a matter of how the parents allow them to express and are accepted for expressing their emotions. A lot of times nowadays, kids got to be so hard. It's like, oh, don't show you're crying, you're weak. Don't show your fear, you're weak. Don't show you're sad, you're weak. You know what I mean? So they sit there and like, ain't nothing. You know, I'm gonna laugh it off. I'm gonna shake it off. It's like nothing. So you got a lot of people going out there. They're apathetic. They have no empathy. They have no sympathy, because they can't even have empathy and sympathy for themselves. They can't even feel themselves. So if they can't feel themselves, how are they going to feel anybody else?
I used to be like that.
We got to be able to just allow them to express themselves. If you see them crying, it's okay to cry. That's a human emotion, not a female emotion, not a male. It's a human emotion. It's men and women alike. Yeah. You got to allow them to be in their element and teach them, what is this? This is anger. This is, and why is it? You know, they got to come out and learn, you know, why they're feeling, where does it come from? And people got to talk about it, but they don't. So that's why when they get older, they've been learning, you know, hey, be strong. You know, I don't got time to deal with that right now. So the kids just go through not learning it until a later age. But
or it's too late. A lot of times they learn. They have to learn it. They have to learn it when they go to jail or go to juvie or go to.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Go to
learn the hard way, because then a friend ended up experiencing something like them, and they're like, "Oh, I get you. I understand you, bruh. I understand you." You know, and so you know, for the most part, I'm gonna let you guys know we're gonna take a quick little break. We're looking for donations to help out with the CARAS organization, and so, but real quick, we're gonna take a quick break. You guys are listening to RawNe Hour with Joe Salas for the CARAS organization here on RawNe Hour at the Voice of San Joaquin in Stockton. And honestly, we're gonna take a quick little break so we could take care of the little ones real quick. So this is Welcome to My City by yours truly, RawNe, and we'll be right back.
What up, what up, what up? It's Josin Apex. Rest in peace, J Dilla. Hip hop forever, baby.
A-P-E-X. Okay, it's my time. What I got? 3 minutes? That means you have 180 seconds to kick it like soccer balls double. Yes, y'all. I do this for the love, unconditional. Let's start with my city, the Mudville. Catch dreads in the scrapers or the Coupe de Villes, or at the bus stop, pants sag fitted real low. Trying to catch a bus 4-0 to either drop them at the mall or Delta College, where they be posted in the quad, forget the knowledge. Weeknights be spent at the bar and grill. Big shouts to Clef Notes, LeJ kept it trill. Movie theater hot spots Friday nights, downtown lit up like Vegas lights. Ha. And we known to stay fresh, 209 go hard, plus we do it the best, like Cali Junkies, New Era DJs, Twins Entertainment, EHP, hey, what up R&D, Local Express Tour, once your joints drop, they gon' blow for sure. We the city of gods, that means we incredible, we known to hold a movement down like incredible. Take I-5 or 99, exit Stockton, the city on the grind. One of the most dangerous cities to live, highest unemployment, so you know we catching bids. The kids got a dropout rate that's not so great. Percentage wise, we close to 58. So that means more than half are barely learning the math or developing the skills to choose a career path. Worst city to live, said Forbes magazine, but they don't know about our hip hop scene. Most take us for granted, negative view us, but we cool like the delta that runs through us.
What's the trip about him? He's been campaigning for Stockton as long as I've known him.
I've known, yes, I've been working with him so long. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. He's been working so much in the community. I remember working back in the day with him. 2007 is when I met him, when I was working with Clef Notes Entertainment.
Yes.
And then they put me and him together because he and I, so shout out to DJ Apex. What's up, Brandy? You guys are tuning into RawNe Hour. It's your girl RawNe and Joe Salas.
Big ups, Apex. Big ups, man.
San Joaquin and Stockton. So yeah, man. So he and I, out of the two, with LeJ and Clef Notes Entertainment, were the two conscious. Like, I was female, like positive conscious lyrics, and he was the male positive conscious lyrics.
Big ups LeJ too. That's a good dude too.
Out
Real
of the
good
group,
dude. Real
right?
good dude. Yeah, definitely.
And so out of the group, everybody else was doing other kind of like lyrics and stuff. So he paired us together, and we ended up having a show over. It was called the Matinee at the time.
Yeah, at the on the Miracle Mile.
On the Miracle
there.
Mile.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I performed there before too.
Yeah.
He put us on the bill too.
So we had Tune In Tuesdays.
Yeah. Actually, like back then, like, but see, when I first met Apex, like my mind was like in a whole different, whole different realm, whole different area back then. I was doing good though. I was finding myself kind of lightweight, but I was still kind of like, in the middle type of situation where I could go either way as far as like being good or being bad, or just, when I met Apex, he was always positive, real positive guy. Like, come on, Joe, you gotta be a good person. He always say, you're a good brother, Joe. Just, just focus on that. And he was right. You know what I'm saying? He, people like that. When you have people like that around you, they bring out the best in you. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was around him, I always felt positive. I felt happy. Because Apex is a very positive guy. When you talk to him.
Man,
so
you
big
feel
ups,
it.
man. Big ups. Thank you for everything you did for us, bro. For real.
Everything you
Thank
still
you.
do in Stockton and hanging
Thank
in
you.
there doing your thing. So,
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so we're getting back to it. So these youngsters, grandmas, single parents, any kind of parents, a two-parent family that still got kids that are latchkey kids that are still needing help because just barely are they getting by. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a struggle, weekly grocery bills, because I go through it too. And I work and it's still hard. So you can only imagine when you have a single parent, how hard that is, just paying for everything out your own pocket, everything, food, clothes, gas, utilities, it adds up.
Yes.
So if I could just, at least provide a meal, I feel like, that's on me. That'd be on my organization. That's on us. Don't trip off the meal. Don't trip off the dinner. Let us handle that. You know what I'm saying? Straight
you guys
up.
got to reach out. So you're building your database, you're building your data bank, and finding out like who needs what. So do you guys provide these meals by going out and handing them out to them, to their homes, to an area that's designated where they can come and get that, or do they have to order online?
No, currently we're just at House of Ice Cream.
Okay.
So we just been doing weekends, like Saturdays. You come eat over there. But eventually, like I said, when the fundage gets right and we get enough money, yes, I am going to reach out to the city of Stockton and see which rec centers I can use with kitchens to serve the community. And yes, we do plan on getting the Meals on Wheels type situation going too. And as far as how that would go was, we already got a page. We're thinking about starting another one where people can actually request meals. So,
That's nice.
If they want to stay anonymous, just request it. Boom, boom, boom. We'll just drop it off at your house. Everything can be anonymous. Nobody has to know. You know what I'm saying? Or you can come sit down and eat with us at whatever facilities we're at.
I'm agreeing with that, you guys. And it's fun. It's good to get out, to socialize.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. See, that's one thing about this type of work is I love doing it. I can do this all day. I love it because I know I'm the type of person... I like making people happy. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm cracking jokes, you know what I'm saying? As you see I have two separate Facebooks. I have my fun page and I have my business page. My fun page, I like making people laugh. That's just how I am. I like, like you said, I grew up in a generation where you had to laugh or cry about it. And a lot of times I chose to laugh. Even times that wasn't funny, you're not supposed to laugh. I laugh at it. So that's just how I am. That's just how I am though, and I like seeing people happy. I'm a pleaser. So if I can make these families happy by helping them with just that, I feel like I've done what I was put on this earth to do, really. That's how I really feel about it. Like, the problem is I'm not this big millionaire, you know what I'm saying? But if I was a big millionaire, then we have a lot more going up. So if you can't reach out to me or any of my board members, let me know if you can drop a cash donation off. It has to be greenbacks because I'm trying to set up a couple of bank accounts to where we can take online donations and all that. Currently, it is just cash donations though, or donations of diapers. Either or.
And so we have drop points. The House of Ice Cream. You could bring it to the House of Ice Cream for a drop point if you're not able to get it over to him personally or meet up with him. So you can call him, meet up with them. You can drop it at the House of Ice Cream.
Or just call my number, 209-898-3636. That's 209-898-3636. Joe Salas. That's also the same number on my business card. That's my cellular number. I'll pick up. I'll meet you. I do meetups. I'll do all that. You can come drop it off to me. Even if you know anybody that has let's say food donations. You know what I'm saying? Like bread or drinks or sodas or juices or waters. We'll take anything. We'll take that too. Man.
So now that we are getting into you guys, you're feeding the community, you're getting donations, you have CARAS up and going. You got this fundraiser coming on the 24th. So we could talk a little bit about that because this is going to be maybe one of your first fundraisers.
It's gonna be our first big one, our first big fundraiser. Yep, our very first.
So we want to blow this up. We want to be able to really get people out there, really get that support to get that diaper bank saturated and filled so that it's abundant
cash
enough.
Cash
for the women and the children to be able to come out and get that assistance and that help, man. It's not easy. Things are just getting more and more expensive. And until they start to bump up the cost of living along with the costs that they're putting on us.
Oh, yeah.
It's just going to be a struggle.
And they're trying to gentrify. While they are gentrifying Stockton right now in front of our eyes.
They really are.
That's why I need these youngsters out here to wake up and really realize you guys can change this if you really wanted to.
Fight for yourself.
You can change it just by buying property, by starting up businesses, by, helping out the youth younger than you, by mentoring your fellow youth. There's ways you can do it. Exactly.
Become a big brother, big sister.
Exactly. Be the tribe, you guys.
Man.
Stockton, we need that tribe mind state. We're all the same tribe. We are the same tribe. So when you see me on my Facebook saying good morning tribe to all the tribes in Stockton, I mean that every tribe in Stockton needs to wake up right now and really figure out, how can we make this city better?
Yes.
Because they're not going to do it for us. That's
not,
up to us. It's the village has to save the village.
Yep.
You know, the old school OGs have a saying called clean la casa. Clean your house. You got to clean the house. You know what I'm saying? Clean
our
the house.
city, yeah.
Clean the city up. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, if you feel like, even if you're if you're unemployed in Stockton, you're mad about that. Because I've been there too. You know what I'm saying? I've been there too.
happens.
Yeah, you know, it happens to everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody goes through that.
Life is hard.
Yeah.
Life is hard.
But if you get free time and you're stressing, reach out to some youths. Go, you know, talk to them. Hey, how you doing today? Holler at them. You know what I mean? Play some basketball with them, handball with them. Ask them how their day is. Help them with schoolwork. I mean, there's so much stuff we can do to help ourselves, Stockton. We need to help ourselves. Is getting to that point. Because if we don't help ourselves, we're gonna lose everything that our older generations
That our
fought
roots,
for.
yeah,
You
that
know what I'm
our
saying?
ancestors fought for. They
In
built
Stockton.
this. They built this for us. And to let these big industries come in and take it over, that means we weren't in the right place. We were just sheeple.
Well, not only that, but it's also the fact that a lot of generational families in Stockton, like, they made Stockton what it was back in the day. And it was a good city. I don't care what nobody says.
Man.
Stockton in the 90s was a great kid to was a great city to raise your kid at, because there was actually stuff for the kids here to do.
Yeah.
The families got together. People were getting along. There wasn't so many shootings or nothing like that. It was a whole different place. So I actually feel bad for the people that moved to Stockton after like 2003, because you didn't get to see the real Stockton. If you seen the real Stockton in the 90s and the 80s, like how I saw it,
Yeah.
it was a great place to live. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The parks are always full of people. There's always birthday parties.
Yep.
If there was issues, it rarely went down a gunplay. Rarely. That was very rare, because back then you had to just either handle the situation like a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? You can talk it out, shoot that one-on-one fade, whatever, and but you squash it afterwards. You know what I mean?
And it was better in the 90s because the 80s was pretty rough. So the 80s was rough. The 90s got better. Then the 2000s was okay. But now it's kind of like moving away, because when, you know, Katrina hit, we got a lot of people coming over from Louisiana. You know, family members like Saturate got in here. And then we got the push out. We got
God bless them. God bless them
Yeah,
too,
man.
because they needed it. God bless them too.
Yeah, people pushing out.
I welcome the people from Louisiana. I love
for
them. I
sure.
welcome them. I love them. I welcome you guys in Stockton. If you haven't been welcome, I welcome you. But
Yep.
once
And
you
the
come
Bay
to
Area, the Bay Area grew
I
out.
I love them too. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bay Area, that's our extended family.
Yep.
We cousins.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, Stockton was initially set up
Yeah.
as the backyard of the Bay Area.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
people
yeah.
who had money and did things out there, they came to Stockton and built a second home for their families,
Yeah.
so that they could get away from the hustle and bustle, because that was their business life. They came here and established their family life. So we grew as a family and a very good place. People wanted to retire here. This is a good place to be, a family place to be. And so then it just, you know, got overgrown because the Bay Area got too expensive. And so all of their generations, as they grew there, their people couldn't afford it. So then they came here, among many others. So, you know, it's growing, it's expanding. You see it. Our land is being raised. It's being
They're a part of it. But
raised
you know what?
down and then built up.
They're a part of Stockton too, though.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, they play a big part in Stockton too, though. They really do. Our
course.
relatives from the Bay. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
They can. I feel like, you
They're
know,
helping out.
once they come to Stockton, they're from, you know, they're in Stockton. You know what I mean? It's a separatism among the tribes that need to stop in Stockton. No more separatism among the tribes. The tribes just need to tribe
One
up.
tribe.
They need to tribe up.
Yep.
All tribes. I'm speaking of
Tribes,
all
vibes,
tribes.
right, energy.
Tribes up, tribe up. You know what I'm saying? Break bread with other tribes, have dinners with other tribes. You know what I mean? Talk to the kids. You know what I'm saying? No more war, just peace. You know what I'm saying? It's a peace mission right about now. And the show is at it's on Friday, May 24th, 2019, and it's at 5052. Sorry about that. 5052 West Lane, Stockton, California. The doors open at 8 p.m. Show starts at 9. Big ups, MF Comedy, Marsalis Flores. Big ups. He's presenting it for me, and it's at Superfish. And that's like a sushi bowl restaurant, huh?
Yeah, it's like poke and teas, like more like Hawaiian Islander more than Japanese
Yeah.
or but yeah, it's like raw fish.
I like their cream teas.
They-
Delicious.
And they have chicken teriyaki, so they do have some cooked food. So for those who don't like raw sushi, raw fish,
Come get a plate of some food. Get you their tea drinks are really good. They have a lavender tea drink that I like. You can put cream in it. You can put boba. You can put whatever you want in it. It's really, really good food. And come enjoy the show. Come donate. It's for a good cause. And if this goes, which it is gonna go right. I'm not, I feel like it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be a beautiful event. I hope to do other ones after this. This is just our introduction to Stockton, California.
I'm stoked about that.
Yeah. Thank you. I am too. I'm like kind of like, man, I'm like, man, I know it's gonna go good. I just want to see the turnout, and I really want to see people laugh. Like I say, I like seeing people laugh. I like seeing people smile. That's just how I am. Even sometimes at my own expense. I was thinking about getting up for 20 minutes. Doing an open mic for like 20 minutes, just getting up there, telling some jokes. Yeah. Yeah, telling some jokes, trying my hand at that,
Okay.
Everybody on my board is funny.
Are we gonna see that?
You know what? We were talking about doing a roast contest too. Actually, we're talking about a roasting charity contest. And I'm serious about that.
I know you are.
Serious
That's why I'm
about
laughing,
that.
because I can see that's really hilarious.
If you go to my Facebook, you see all the wacky people on there, man, and they're all funny. Everybody on my board is funny. They can all be comedians too. But right now we're tribing up for the city.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. So I want to give a shout out to Evan Haynes and Raja also, because they came out to the International Pillow Fight Day that I had April 6th that day, and then they were like, hey, they're having tacos, or Sam Reeves.
Big Sam. Quick Strike. What's up, man?
Quick Strike was like, hey, they're having tacos over here at the House of Ice Cream. Come through. So shout out to him for coming through the pillow fight, letting us know. So right from there, we left the pillow fight when it was over, went right to the House of Ice Cream, and boom, this is where we ran into you. I was happy to see you again, then doing all of this. So it was nice to see that you were bringing this agency out.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to change the energy, help change the energy out here. Big up Quick Strikes, you know what I'm saying? Do Quick Strike Photography on Facebook.
Much love.
He takes great pictures, beautiful pictures. Big up DeMar Johnson, you know what I'm saying? Big up DeMar. You know what I'm saying? That Peace Day in Stockton, Balloons Over Bullets, he's been doing it for a long time now. I want to get him on the show with Reggie pretty soon, get him over here. I'm gonna do my best to bring him out here. And Stockton, I just feel like it's waking up right now. I really do. I feel like I'm glad I see all these people waking up, want to actually help the community out. That's a beautiful thing instead of tearing it down. Because I'm not a perfect man either. There was one point in my life, like I said, I felt like I was doing activities and conducting myself in a way that was adding to the issues of the community instead of helping it, because I thought that was a regular way to be. I had no idea you're not supposed to be like that. We all go to church. We all raised up in church, But even then, like when you leave church, it just changes. When you go home, it's a whole different, you're not at church no more. So you don't really understand that your actions now affects the future. You know what I'm saying? That's the concept. What you do now in the present will affect the future, especially here in Stockton. What you're doing now is setting the future for our kids and for our youth, man.
And it's going to be a consequence or a reward. You can set it up in all your actions, no matter what you do. It's going to either have a result of a reward, and that means you're going to be thriving, doing the great things and having great things around you and creating great things, or it's going to be a consequence. And that means you got to deal with repercussions of your actions that might affect many other people, and then that causes like a downfall, a spiral. So you understand that when you're making a decision, it's not just for yourself, it's for everybody. And that decision that you make may have its rewards and consequences immediately, or it may be a latent reward and consequence like 10 years down the road, like what you did at this point affected you at that point. Like say you did something, you messed up your record, you can't get it clean, and now you're trying to do something 10 years down the road, and boom, it affected you.
I'm gonna go deeper than that.
Okay.
Say you out here hustling and stuff like that, you selling whatever you doing, what you gotta do, but one of your customers goes home and literally sells all her son's stuff, like all his PlayStation, his Xbox, sells all her food stamps off her card. You're affecting another kid out here. You know what I'm saying? You're setting that mind state up because you're pushing what's keeping your own community down.
Or the guy's doing that too, like any parent doing that too.
You know what I mean? No, like, as far as like how that goes, how that in that type of sense, like, you gotta think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot destroy your community by doing that. Basically, that's how I feel about that. Like, cause you're affecting people's lives. You might be thinking like, yeah, I'm getting this money and all that. I'm getting this little bread, whatever. But you gotta think about, like you said, the reaction to what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You might actually be taking food out of a kid's mouth. You might be getting a kid, money
putting him into boredom.
Money that's supposed to be for a kid's clothes and for his,
and now he's
soaps.
going to be embarrassed. And now he's
Exactly.
got to deal with the
Exactly.
bullying. Now he's got to deal with other things.
And now you got to go out there and get it how he lives, and you just continue in that cycle. You know what I'm saying? It's a very vicious cycle.
Building the walls of like self-protection because he's not open, because he's got to fend at such a young age.
Exactly.
Fend for himself when he should not even be thinking about those things. We're supposed to build them up so much so that they have a leg up and they're not even thinking about those things, because all they're looking at is what they can create for a better place, because they want to do more, not worrying about how they're going to make the day.
Also, like on this podcast, I also want to say, if anybody in Stockton ever had a beef with me, I don't have beef with you no more. That's all deaded.
Hey,
it's
that's
all
what's up.
deaded. You know what I'm saying? If you want to reach out to me to help me with this mission, I'm all for it. I extend my hand out to you. You know what I'm saying? As far as today, as far as May 18th, 2019, I got no beef with anybody. Not a single person out here. I love all of you. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Not a single person. So, like, if you want to reach out to me and be like, talk, that's cool. Talk to me, man. Holla at me. You know what I'm saying? We can sit down and do some stuff. You know what I'm saying? You want to donate, man. You want to help me with the events or organize an event with me, man, just inbox me, call me. You know, I'm not hard to find in Stockton. Let me know. We can hash it out, sit down, and get something going. And I really feel people in Stockton should follow the same suit. If you have beef with anybody or problems, hash it out with them. You know what I'm saying? Just for one summer. If you can do one summer, the summer of 2019, just hash it out with your enemies. You know what I'm saying? Drop all that just so we can have a peaceful summer. I mean, not only will I appreciate that, but I'm pretty sure the kids will appreciate that too, and the adults. Everybody will. And we can make Stockton a more livable place instead of people looking at us like, oh, well, Stockton, that's that's the gutter city, that's the hood. Okay, yeah, that's the obvious. So let's flip it on them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
On them.
We
I'm
gotta
hella ready to do that.
Let me tell you something. In that book, The Prince, it says, appear where you were not expected. You ever, that's a real saying. Appear where you are not expected.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So let's get Stockton on one of them top 10 lists for like best city or travels or something. Let's work at that. Most improved. You know what I'm
things
saying?
Like that. Just put us on there that we are raising ourselves up.
Exactly.
Out the mud of the Mudville.
You guys got to tribe up, man. Tribe up.
Yes, tribe up.
Tribe up. You feel me? Drop all that foolishness and tribe up. You know what I'm saying? That's my challenge to Stockton. Tribe up.
I'm down.
You know what I mean?
Let's do it. So you guys heard it. That's Joe Salas with CARAS. That's the community agency for advocacy services.
I'm going to tell you right now.
And community, right?
I'm tell you right now. Community Agency for Resources, Advocacy, and Services.
There you go.
You
there
know,
you go. So
CARAS, it means faces.
We're gonna tribe up with Joe. We're gonna help him out. We're gonna help out everything that he's doing because we want him to succeed, because what he's doing is for the greater good of the city and everybody in it and everybody who needs that help. So we need you to be on board, whether you're supporting it with sharing it, whether you're supporting it with donating money, whether you're supporting it by going to the events, whether you're supporting it by donating diapers and getting people to go to these events. That's what we need you to do and help out, get involved, and be part of this all. So you guys listen to RawNe Hour on the Voice of San Joaquin and Stockton. We're getting ready to close up. Is there any last thing you want them to know before I throw in Hustlin' by, this is going to be by Insane Mental Illness, Big Loco, and Davina?
Big up to all them too.
Hey.
Big up to all them too. Good music right there. I want to say, Stockton, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I grew up here, so I'm a little biased. You know what I mean? I feel that we can, as a community, save our own community.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And, reach out to these kids, to these youngsters, talk to them. They don't listen all the time and they hard headed, but you got to be repetitive. It's like a habit. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something like 30 times for it to become a habit. You know, for you to actually sit there and talk to 30 kids in 1 week, that's very doable, because I do it every day at my work, at my job. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, I reach out to the youth. They're like, hey, man, you know, this, I pull them aside. So, you know, that's all I'm saying is reach out. If everyone in Stockton can reach out to 30 kids or just 30 people out here, you're helping the community out. You could be a change in the community. You know what I'm saying? You can do it yourself. You can be your own hero. You know what I'm saying? God bless y'all. Have a great day, Stockton. I hope to hear from you soon as a whole community.
That's what's up.
Tribe up.
Tribe up.
On the block, homie, day and night. 30 clips filled up, I'm trying to get my paper right. Never losing focus of the vision that I have inside. My daughter's on me too, but she deserves to find out things in life. Get it before I'm gone, that's the motto that I'm living by. Flipping hundreds, jealous suckers trying to make my spirit fly. Sitting on 2 loud packs, northbound on I-5. Slapping Big Cholo in the Vina, cause we high side. Them deuces looking wet out the box, faked them on the curb. First week I had them, I ain't tripping, homie, past the earth. Smoking on that lemon tree, dollar signs on my mind. Flossing all year, little homie, not just summertime. Hardest times came and went, I'm never gonna forget it, bro. Fake rappers holler hustle when the music never live it, though. I'm good where I'm at, but better off where I'm headed. I'm a product of the struggle, and never could I regret it. Your paper. Keep focused on your grind and disregard them haters. Show them suckers that you get it and their hate will never stop it. Keep your vision on your pockets as you multiply your profits. Money never sleeps, so keep them lazy habits. They're steady in the streets and all you gotta do is grab it. Be a savage about your cabbage, don't be playing with this Gouda. Coming short with the mans, turn a hustler to a shooter. Keep away from them short change, no game, broke lane. If they ain't about they hustle, light them up like some propane. Play no whole games, cause switch quick. You either hoeing in the streets or getting money like a pimp. That life full of luxury is well within your grasp. All you gotta do is get the f*** off your If I'm not being social, then I might be in the pen. Or I'm out here in these streets with big loco hustling. So I'm blowing up the block, stacking up my Fetty tall on my $1 million spot. In and out of traffic, trying to make it happen. Blowing some exotic while that mental ill slapping. Getting money is my passion, but I spend it hella quick. Why I stay up on my grind and I can't ever f***ing quit. Hustle late into the night, rising early on my grind. Ain't nothing but this hustle and this money on my mind.
You guys, that was Hustlin' by Insane Mental Illness, Big Loco, and Davina. So shout out to Insane Mental Illness and their crew. Okay, so I'm gonna go really quickly and get these horoscopes in so you guys have those, and here we go. So www.astrology.com is where I get them. If I don't read yours today, you're more than welcome to go check it out. Taurus, May 18th. It's a chicken and egg dilemma. Is the weather affecting your mood? Is nature reflecting the emotions you're feeling inside? You have a strong relationship with the universe right now, stronger than you may realize. Take advantage of this relationship by putting what you want out into the world. Tell it what your heart really wants, and it just may happen, especially if you speak directly to the person who can make it happen. So, Taurus, stay in communication. There you go, Tauruses. Gemini's coming up next. So, Gemini, here you go. May 18th. When you're making a decision, it is wise to take your time and look at things from every angle. But every once in a while, you need to strike while the iron is hot and not worry about the consequences. Putting so much effort into minimizing your risk doesn't always pay off, and it can be paralyzing to focus too much on what could go wrong. Instead, you need to focus on the best case scenario today. So enough with hesitating. Just go for it. All right, that's for the Geminis. We got Libras in the house. So Libras, here we go. May 18th, a journey or travel opportunity will stir up your vivid imagination. There's a place you have been wanting to visit, so why not start visualizing yourself there today? If you start putting out energy about where you want to go, then you will send the universe a powerful hint. Things may be falling more quickly into place than you were hoping. Time is opening up, and if you make a few adjustments in your budget, you can swing a major adventure soon. And I know a Libra specifically who is saying that he has been wanting to get out and go out of town and go on a vacation. He hasn't really been out, and I think that just might be up his alley pretty soon. So I think he's going to be taking a little trip, as it says. Okay, so Leos, I'm going to read Leo last. We have Aquarius in the house. So Aquarius, here you go, May 18th. Hold off making any bold or aggressive moves right now regarding either money or travel. There's too much uncertainty in the air. A lot of folks aren't sure of their plans, and you will have to let them solidify their schedules before you can commit to moving forward yourself. However, it's fine to continue making big plans, and as a matter of fact, it would be wise for you to use this day for that purpose. You will need to do a lot of waiting for the next few days. All right, Aquarius, I hope you guys can be patient about that. Sagittarius, here we go. Sagittarians, May 18th. If you're asking to join in on a team endeavor today, get involved. Even if you don't think there's much in it for you. It is in your best interest to take more impersonal point of view on it is in your best interest to take a more impersonal point of view on things. To isolate yourself from whatever dramas you may be brewing with other people around you. It is possible for you to work with these folks without getting caught up in their power plays. All you need to do is take your emotions out of the equation. Realize that not everything relates to you. All right, Sagittarians, there you go. Leos, last and it is last. Not least, but last. May 18th. Your success is driven more by your desire than your talents right now. So if you want something badly enough, you can make it happen without asking for any help from outsiders. The plans you're working on right now may seem too ambitious, but if you break the big goal down into many little goals, things will feel more manageable. Connect with a long-distance friend today to avoid starting a game of phone tag. Send them an email and work out a visit. Oh, that sounds nice. I'm definitely ready to go for a trip out of the area. So a long distance friend today sounds like a plan. All right, y'all. That's been the day. I'm out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed RawNe Hour with your girl RawNe and Joe Salas. And I hope to see you out there in the community May 24th at Superfish Poke and Tea. Look for the next community food feeding event with Joe Salas and CARAS. That's going to be at the House of Ice Cream. But stay tuned. Look for more details. And with that being said, y'all, I'm out. So hope you guys enjoy your day. Here you go.
Hit it from the front, take it to the back. My hands on your going down your thighs. Whatever you like, we can do it all night. Hit it from the front, take it to the back. My hands on your going down your thighs. Whatever you like, we can do it all night. Baby, work those hips, bounce that ass. Show me what you got. I know you feeling it. Down that shot, take that dose. They don't even know. Let me be your man for the night. Take it to the crib.